right, so here we are, virtual architecture. You did activity 1 and watched a video, learned a little vocabulary and some of the history of architecture. And now we're ready to go to Ultimate Home Designer and start building things. Now, unfortunately, some of the directions or tutorials we had were sort of old and a little confusing for students, so we're going to try and help you out a little bit. Here's the main thing you need to know about Home Designer. It's not online. It's built into the big black computer you see to your right as you're looking at this screen. It says Dell right on the front of it, and you might notice it's huge compared to the computers in the rest of this room. That's because it needs extra horsepower to be able to handle the rendering and as you move around inside your house and this, that, and the other thing. So here's the thing. Over here, it says HD Home Designers. That is how you access Home Designer Suite. So you double click on that guy, it might take a minute, and the first time you open it, it might ask you a few questions. Let's see how long this guy takes. Do you want to? Sure, I want to open up those extra files. I do not want it to make changes to my device. I just want to use it, okay? Listen, they have all sorts of different things you can do here. Say you were building a house, remodeling a house, designing a house, you could do a pretty accurate representation of everything you wanted to do in your remodel or your dream home. When we're in middle school, we're going to keep it simple. We're going to click over here where it says New Plan, and we're just going to go with default style. It could give you all sorts of suggestions if you were so inclined, but we're not. We're going to make sure it's in US units so that it's in inches and feet, not millimeters. That would just be awful confusing. And it's going to say available Home Designer core catalogs. That's all that's going to put in your house later. That's your furniture, your appliances, your playscape in the backyard, all that stuff. So I'm going to say yes, and it might take a while to download it. And you can see there's a little sidebar over here where the core catalogs are. You don't have to worry about that for quite some time. I'm actually going to even make that sidebar go away. So here I am. You can see I have a grid here with these little squares. And yeah, it says my catalogs are updated. Thank you for letting me know that. And basically, guys, this first activity, activity 2, the first one we're using Home Designer Suite, I want you to play. I want you to experiment. I don't want you to be afraid. I want you to click on things and start doing things.